Hi there, my name's Gemma and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Gemmaween 2017. Today we're going on a paranormal ghost hunt at Ruthin Castle. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like spooky things, I think you're going to enjoy this video. I took my spirit box to Ruthin Castle, which is in the Denbighshire County in North Wales. Now Ruthin Castle is so old, it was built in 1277. And throughout history has really been used as sort of a battlement ground. Most recently it's actually a hotel, which today that's what it is. You can actually go and stay. There are loads of ghost stories to be told about this hotel even recently. There's been stories of people that have stayed in particular rooms, especially above the banquet room, where they've heard loud footsteps where there's nobody else, other guests there, loud banging. There's often been a man shouting for help, and there's no explanation to why these things are happening. The most famous ghost story known of Ruthin Castle is that of the Lady Grey. Now she's called the Lady Grey because she is dressed head to toe in grey when she appears to people. She's also been seen as sort of like a white misty figure. Now there's tons of evidence on the internet. If you search Ruthin Castle and Ruthin Castle's ghosts, you will find photographic evidence, stories. People have seen it inside the hotel and then also in the grounds, which are ruins. Now I'm going to go up and explore the ruins because I don't have permission to go into the hotel at this point. But that would be something I'd like to do in a future video, so comment down below if you'd like to see that. So the most famous ghost at Ruthin Castle is that of Lady Grey, and she was known to be the wife of one of the very powerful gentlemen that once lived in Ruthin Castle. He was said to be like the second in command, so a very powerful gentleman. He was having an affair and taking a mistress, so his wife, Lady Grey, took an axe and murdered the said mistress. Lady Grey was trialled and she was executed, but she wasn't allowed to be buried inside the castle grounds. She wasn't allowed to be, the local clergyman wouldn't allow her to be buried on holy grounds either. So she was buried just outside of the castle grounds, and you'll be able to see where it is in my footage, but unfortunately you can't no longer go down there. So would you like to come along with me to Ruthin? Of course you do. Spooky down there. So I'm at Ruthin Castle and I'm looking for Lady Grey's grave. This apparently on these walls here is where an apparition of her is seen by local people. It does feel a bit spooky. Everywhere's quite overgrown, so you have to be careful. At the moment I'm stood on this wall, which is like a bridge, and apparently this is where she's seen, like an apparition of her is seen. So I'm on the top of the wall now, which is like a bridge that sort of goes over the road on the way into the castle, and then there's like all the ruins of the castle there. And apparently this is where you can see the Lady Grey. It's not called the Grey Lady, she's called the Lady Grey. Thought I could see something then behind me in the camera. Can you imagine if she was just like standing there? Sounds like it just said grey. So I'm here today to see if I can communicate with the Lady Grey. Who's supposed to haunt these ruins here. Is there any spirits here today? Well, the camera just switched off, and I asked if there was any spirits here and it said 3. The birds are quite noisy. Is there any spirits here today? How many spirits are here? Was that 2? Well, you said 3 before. Do you know my name? Is the Lady Grey here? Is the Lady Grey here? If the Lady Grey's here, would you make yourself known? Or could you talk to me through this box, this spirit box? I'm looking for your grave. I think your grave is over yonder that way. Say help. Do you need help? What do you need help with? People. Are you looking for people? Or do you not like people here? No. Do you not like me being on your ruins, on your wall? You don't mind? Have you got a message for me, Lady Grey? Have you got a message for me? Can you tell me your name? It's really weird because it really seems like there's someone standing down there. I just get this impression. There's nobody there. But when I turned round a minute ago, I just saw like a grey shape. So I'll show you now. It's like the corner of that archway. But then it disappeared as I looked, so it could have just been my imagination. Is the Lady Grey here? Is he here? Would you like to communicate? Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me the name of the spirit that haunts these ruins? Can you tell me the name of the spirit that haunts these ruins? Sounds like it said Gemma then. Did you just say Gemma? Did you say Gemma? Because that's my name. Do you mind me being here? Is there any spirits here that want to communicate? Can you tell me what your name is? What's your name? And what are you doing here? Fire. Was there a fire here? Or do you live down in that tunnel? Are you down in that tunnel? Or are you out here in the grounds?
Alright.
I'd break my neck here. Are you out in the grounds or are you down in the tunnel? Tunnel? Is it a tunnel or is it where you live? Oh, I think there might be an animal down there. I don't... Is anyone down in that tunnel? Can you tell me if the Lady Grey's here? Is the Lady Grey here? Are you speaking Welsh? Is the Lady Grey here? Or do you know the Lady Grey? What's your name? Are these your gardens? Do you like people coming into your gardens? Unfortunately, you can't go down to the Lady Grey's grave in Dungeons, which is a bit of a shame. You'll see down there. Is the Lady Grey here? How many spirits are in Ruthin Castle? How many? 2? Did you say? The camera went off again. Camera's on. The camera went off again, and when it went off it said people asleep. And it definitely, when we were down there, it said people go. Why don't you want us in this part of the grounds? Why are you telling the people to go? Pardon? What's your name? Is it very haunted here? How many spirits are here? Okay, so I'm going to move away for a little bit because one, it's really windy and I don't know how much of this audio you're going to be able to pick up, and two, it definitely said people go and then talked about people being asleep, so I felt like whoever's there, and I don't think it's the Lady Grey, didn't want us there, so I'm going to head back over to the walls. Okay, so now that we're safe at home in my bedroom, we can talk about what happened when I used the spirit box in Ruthin. Now, not only did the spirit box actually say the word grey, which I'm not quite sure whether her name was Grey. I don't know if there's any evidence of that, or just that she's nicknamed that because she sort of appears in a grey dress or all in grey. I'm not quite sure, but the box definitely said grey, and definitely seemed to know, the spirits that were coming through the box definitely seemed to know who I was talking about when I was referring to the Lady Grey. Now, we seem to speak to quite a couple of spirits. I feel like it was maybe her talking to us on the bridge. I'm not quite sure, but when we went down into all those little tunnels that are like sort of scattered around the grounds, we spoke to somebody called Jim, because he said his name was Jim twice. Further out, past Lady Grey's grave, where you can't actually go down there anymore, there's lots of other parts, and I'm not quite sure what these are, but there was definitely something sinister in those parts that didn't want us there. My camera kept switching off, and I don't know what was causing that, because I had a full battery, I had a full memory card. It was turning off, and sometimes that can happen when there's paranormal phenomena going on. But usually, your battery will drain. My battery didn't drain, it was just turning off. When the camera was off, I clearly heard, now sometimes I can't understand the spirit box, you can probably tell that when I'm filming. I can't understand or hear the spirit box when I'm actually there. So sometimes the questions I ask don't make sense to what they've answered, and that's why. Now, when the camera switched off, I definitely heard a voice through the box say people asleep and people go. Now, we heard the word people quite clearly in numerous times in those spirit box sessions, and I really get the feeling that they don't like people in their grounds, or they don't want people in their grounds, and they are there to try and scare people away. That's the feeling that I get anyway. Didn't really think that they wanted to tell us much about their stories. I mean, Lady Grey didn't tell us any reason why she murdered her husband's mistress, apart from obvious reasons, but we did hear from the character that was near the tunnel, and he told us about a fire. The most scariest part of my footage was actually when I thought I heard the spirits say my name. I've never heard the spirits say my name in the spirit box before, and this was absolutely quite creepy, and I'd forgotten about it until I reviewed the footage, but obviously I did hear it as I say it like at the time in the video footage. Listening back, it sounds like it says Gem and then it says Gemma, whoever it is that's trying to talk to me. So I definitely want to go back to Ruthin Castle and sort of do a bit more investigation to see what we can pick up there, and to see if the spirits there do actually want to talk to us. Lady Grey is actually known to terrorise whoever comes across her path inside Ruthin Castle and in the grounds. So I think it's quite, you have to be quite mindful to be quite respectful of her, and I always try to be respectful in my investigations. So comment down below if you'd like me to go back to Ruthin Castle. Please comment down below if you heard any other communications in the video footage. I sometimes need some help listening to this footage because it is quite a daunting task to do on your own, and it's always great to hear. It's always great for me to hear what you think is being said, and also how you interpret it, what they're saying. I'd really be interested to know that as well. So thanks so much for coming along with me on this investigation, and I hope that we'll go on another one real soon, but I will see you again tomorrow for another suitably spooky Halloween video. Take care. I hope you don't have nightmares. Bye bye.